Welcome in, guys. Again, happy 21. I'm back at you with another podcast. My name's Eric Huber, product specialist here at TOA Electronics. And as always, it is good to be here. And we have a brand new article for you guys this week, keeping up with the trends and letting you guys know what's going on in the AV world. And we have another article here I want to discuss real quick. And the headline is Solving for an Unknown Variable, the Future of Audio Technology in Education. So this article is going to be focusing on education, even though we can use it, anywhere currently. So let me just give you the title here. While the right now, quote unquote, looks at video conferencing tools, the next big discussion in our education environments is going to be on professional audio. And we talked about this in a previous podcast for a little bit. How, when this all happened, we, a lot of the devices that were used had decent video quality, 720p, 1080p, whatever that might be. But they slacked on audio. A lot of the audio devices were just not there. I mean, and they're still not there that are built in. So this is where we're going to get into this and kind of discuss a little bit about this matter. So let me just give you another quote unquote here. Technology managers in the education market are keenly aware that their jobs today look far different in the years past. And we just talked about that in the previous podcast, how the way we work today is completely different from the way we worked yesterday, right? It's always changing. I think every day I'm learning something new, to be honest with you guys. So the immediate demand currently is the digital space, and we get that. That's where it's at. It is in the digital space. So remote learning is what the focus is on currently. But we want to look beyond that, and we really don't know. That's the thing. But we do know that eventually it's going to go that route, right? So the return to schools is going to eventually take place. So it's likely that we'll see, and those of you that work with schools and governments, two very large clients when it comes to this type of technology, it's likely we're going to see when we get back into schools, multi-purpose spaces be used. What do I mean by that? Gyms, cafeterias, auditoriums, outdoor spaces. So larger type spaces. Obviously because of social distancing, and those are still going to be into play when they get back into schools. So anywhere obviously that allows more distance to be placed between the students, the teachers, and other personnel. So that's something to be on the lookout for. And in all of these scenarios, audio is going to be the key here. So the ability to effectively communicate between students, depending on the environment, because the environment's always going to be different. So you need technology, that's going to be able to flex with these environments. And what comes in to play here is beam steering technology. That's going to be and we're already involved in that. We've been involved in that before this. In fact, we've been developing these products for about 5 years now, the AM1 and the Lanubio, which many of you are utilizing out there, which is fantastic. And that's having control over your audio streams, within an application where you can point and shoot essentially, or point and receive, where you can set up based on distance, or you can have it on automatic. There's a lot of things you can do with beam steer technology. And it's great for environments that are acoustically terrible. When it comes to gyms, think about gyms, large spaces, high reverberation type rooms, things like that, where you need to have control over your audio, right? So beam steering technology gives you that ability to have full control over your audio output and your audio input, mainly your audio in. So the receiving end of the audio and how you can actually direct that and tailor that to a specific environment and the amount of people in the space where those people are sitting. There's a lot, there's a lot of fine tuning and cool things you can get into, as well as making it super simple for the end user, where it could be a preset where you guys go in there, you make some changes. And another cool thing, and I've seen this with some clients, is one example is utilizing like a cart type solution where you put an AM1 or a Lanuvi on a cart, and you can put it into any room you want, and you set up presets based on the room. You go into the room and the user just puts a preset on. Let's say it's the gym, boom, comes out of the gym. You want to wheel that into the cafeteria. You have a cafeteria preset, after it was set up by the integrator, boom, done. Super, super cool mobile solutions that Beam Steering is being utilized in, which I thought was great. And, with these spaces, with these different environments, you've seen schools with plexiglass installations. Obviously, there's going to be people remote learning as well. So networking audio, maybe personal type devices. A lot of different things are going to be popping up very shortly. So the answer almost definitely requires us to look into audio technology, into the traditional loudspeaker, and how it's been put into place across multiple markets. Before this technology, was being used before this whole thing occurred. So Beam Steering is super, super powerful. And, with that comes along DSP and combination of filtering and EQs and delays and individual beams that can be placed anywhere you want. Like I said, the possibilities are endless. You're talking about software updates that are constantly happening based on user feedback. And the list goes on and on. So this is technology that is can be super handy in educational type environments, but I think the key here is to understand that it's completely adaptable. This is where digital I/O and digital audio comes into play. Here is the ability to utilize software and how you can always make changes to it, how the developer can always improve it. It's just super, super flexible as opposed to an analog solution. Nothing against analog. I love analog audio, but when it comes to the environment today where it's constantly changing, digital audio and digital type solutions are going to thrive. And that's based on flexibility and software, what it could do for you. So some examples that this article gives, and this is all educational based, is so in-person socially distanced type scenarios, larger spaces, outdoor spaces. They do recommend, obviously I'm recommending as well, digital steerable solutions that can offer complete coverage for your audience. So when it comes to outdoors, what you might see these hybrid type solutions outdoors in warmer climates. Maybe your southeast, maybe your southwest, California, those types of areas where they have campus type atmospheres where they're probably holding classes outside. We're in New Jersey. I'm not sure what's happening on that side of things when it comes to education, but I'm sure they're utilizing something outside or outdoors. Hybrid learning environments with remote participants. So again, hybrid, you're going to have, let's just, per se, half students at home, half students in the school. How are those combined? Are those kids at home, do they have the right tools to be able to clearly and intelligibly hear students and professors on their end, as opposed to, the people in the classroom? Are they set up the right way? So again, you gotta think outside the box and understand that it's no longer the one-stop shop where everybody's in one location. Boom, that's it. Here you go. Now you're going to have these hybrid type rooms, and I talked about this previously. These hybrid type setups in the office type work environment. It's going to be the same for schools. It's going to be the same type of solution. Scenarios where physical barriers may be in place, so plexiglass and cubicle walls. Again, steerable solutions can help here. Maybe personal type audio devices. You might see, it might go that route potentially, or portable type solutions. Maybe you might see applications that can tie into software solutions that kids can use their mobile devices for, and they can plug in a headset and boom, they have their own personal feed. I don't know, but these are things we need to be considering, down the road. We need to be scalability, flexibility. These are where digital solutions come into handy, and you want to, when it comes to education, where things are constantly changing, you want to make sure you're able to scale and you can be flexible. Those are two crucial things. And with digital audio, that's the answer. It's steerable solutions, things like that, where they can adapt to the situation. Developers can make changes. We can provide updates. You guys can make the implementations. That all trickles down to the end user and the customer. At the end of the day, in education, the last person to receive this information is the students. And then teachers are actually going to be utilizing these products on a more technical level. So we need to think, I think audio, and like I said, I've talked about this before, audio is what's lacking in most environments, a professional type solution, that is. There's also a point in this article, and don't quote me, I don't have it up here currently, but there was a study done where they used a high quality audio feed versus a very low quality audio feed, and those students actually performed better on test. And this is a known study. I don't have the article up here, but it's in this article. It mentions it somewhere, and it quotes it. That intelligible, clear audio versus a low quality audio stream, those students that had that high quality audio got better test scores. Known fact. Same thing where, in emergency type solutions, where that clear audio feed can determine the outcome of a tragic scenario. It's that simple. Audio is super, 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 super powerful. Super powerful. In many applications, especially in education and emergency type applications, security type applications. So I want to make sure you guys understand that. Do not slack on audio. Audio is very powerful. So understand that. And, stick to digital. Stick to a solution that's able to flex and able to scale. This way you're looking long term. You can grow off that solution. You can make suggestions to developers and manufacturers. Like I want you guys to talk to us so we can then feed that back to our engineers and make changes. Because we're able to do those things in a digital environment. It's so much easier to go in there and make an update as opposed to swapping out hardware. These are products that are in it for the long run. On a hardware level, they are high end, super high end. And on a digital level, on a software type level, they're able to scale and get better and grow with us as time goes on. So with that, guys, check this article out more in depth. It's a good article, especially for you guys in the education world. Great stuff here. If you guys aren't aware of our digital steering solution or digital array microphones, we do offer two very, very solid units. Please check them out. The AM1 and the Lanubio. Both are very similar, yet they offer, or they scale on different needs. One is a totally built-in clean type solution. Another one is a more flexible mic only. Check those out. And, we want to hear back from you guys as always. Any suggestions, solutions. If you guys own those products, let us know how we can make things better. Give us suggestions. That's why we're here. We want to make sure we guys grow with you guys and grow with your customers. So again, guys, my name's Eric, product specialist here at TOA. Thanks for tuning into Sound Supply. Like I mentioned last week, we are going to be working on a live type solution. I record these podcasts on Sunday mornings, Sunday morning coffee. Get your coffee out. You'll be able to interact with me live while I actually record these podcasts, which is very, very cool. and we'll be able to take questions live. It'll be more of a casual type Q&A. And, we could listen, I am a direct liaison. You guys can throw anything at me regarding, it could be anything. We could talk about anything. It doesn't really matter. Product suggestions. Maybe you're confused about something. If I can't answer your questions, I will relay that information to the proper party and we will get those answers for you. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care. I'm Eric. Have a great day.